Hello guys, this is Micro Glasses and today we are going to hold a review of this notebook and it's from Menorah. So as you can see, let's get started.
So recently I purchased this sketchbook from Amazon and it is from the brand Menorah. I never tried this brand before, so wanted to try it once for sketching. But to my surprise, on the back of its cover, it is written as that it can even hold up watercolor, thin watercolor, or dry techniques. So I was kind of skeptical because on the forefront of this sketchbook, it was written as 180 G.S.M, which is quite low for watercolors in general. Like anything in between like 200 to 300 is quite good, but anything below 200 is kind of crumbly, I get. So I'm very skeptical about it, so let's check it out at first. So let's open it. To be very honest, this felt quite nice in my hands because the pages are quite sturdy and thick, and it is the bookmark. So let's get started. I just made a baseline for the painting. Here it is. So taking a brush of number 12, covering the whole area with a thin layer of paint, and I'm using Prussian blue here. For a matter of fact, this is absorbing quite well on the first layer and not crumpling at all. So let's see where it goes. A little bit of folding, you can see that here. So it does not claim to be a watercolor paper, so it's fine. A little bit of crumpling is quite okay, I guess. Now I will be filling the lower half with black. Now I'm using ivory black here, but usually artists don't use a black as the main color. They rather mix it all with others and make the black of their own. This is one of the reasons because it is very easy for us to remove the mixture rather than a complete black, and complete black can destroy many drawings. In the past I have faced many, so I usually don't do it, but for the time being I'm using it because I cannot layer it with 2 3 colors. So here I will start adding trees with the same black. Here I'm making another tree with blue color to differentiate a bit from the foreground and the background in order of depth. Adding another brown tree to it, but make sure that the brown does not go overboard because it's a night sky. It is quite an irony that I'm painting a night sky on the first page of my sketchbook. It should have been rather sunrise, but to be very honest, I don't draw what I don't feel like. Now I'm feeling like a night sky, so I'm drawing it. Now I'm adding a huge chunky tree on the foreground. Adding a tree in the distance seems like it is coming from the direction of the light. So the light, we are facing it and we are in the shadowed part. Adding a bit white on the tree to add highlights. Light is coming from that side, so you can add highlights on the edges of the tree. So the trees are facing the light and you're watching from behind it. Now let it dry for a bit and then we'll be adding the second layer. Adding a second layer to the sky. You can see that it is starting to get streaky and a bit of blotches here and there, so I will not add much more. I don't want to go on adding any further because it is already starting to eat up the paper, and you can see it is a bit crumbly here and the streaks are already coming in. If I add any further, then the streaks will be even more, so let it be like this. For this step, the erase is going to get a bit messy, so I have covered the background with papers, and we will need two brushes, one thick, another one very thin. brushes also comes in handy for larger areas to spray in, but for smaller areas it's kinda out of regulation. So there are two techniques. Then you have to touch a bit here and there to just give us form to certain stars. Let it stay for a bit and get dry, and after that I will be adding few more details on the background and it will get ready.
So I think that this totally serves the purpose because it said that it is for thin watercolors and not very like heavy watercolor doses, so it's not a proper watercolor. But if you're a beginner, you can still go on to it, and if you're using something thick like that, the way I use watercolors is kind of thick, so it's totally okay for that. So I give it a thumbs up, and for a final review that you have already seen, but I will be adding a picture to it too. See, this is it. So you can see that there is a little bit of crumbs here and there, and you can see the information that it's not, I'm not 100% straight, but that's okay because this is not a watercolor book and this is just a sketchbook. So fine, thumbs up on my side. And if you're still waiting, the next video is going to come very soon, and then I'm working on a new basics video as well as another narrative art that I totally started to film, but something happened and I had to stop, so I'm redoing it again, and soon. So till then, be yourself and rock it. Peace out.